steal bases. Is that something that fits into your game?
Yeah, I love it. I'm a speed guy. I love to put pressure on the defense, so it's definitely going to be a good guy to play for.
You know, shortstop seems to be a strength of this organization now. So what are you going to do to distinguish yourself this year?
Just be myself. That's all I can do is just be myself, and not really worry about who's behind me or who's in front of me. Just play my game and take care of itself.
Other than staying healthy, which is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Any goals for yourself for the year?
Just be consistent.
You had about 30 games here last year. What was the learning curve like then, and how does that help you going into this year rather than going into this year blindly?
I learned a lot from Al last year, just kind of like I said, slowing the game down and just being myself and not trying to do too much. And then being able to go to big league camp this year and kind of learn from all the veterans and picking their brains and really molding my game around that. And like I said, I'm really excited.
You had a lot of the multi-hit games last year here, but you also had some inconsistencies as well. What do you attribute that to, and how did you work this offseason to sort of mentally and physically prepare for this year?
I just worked really hard this offseason. It was a long year last year. Hit the gym really hard this offseason. So, like I told him, I'm just really excited to get back on the field and be consistent and see where it takes us.
Anybody in particular that you work with during big league camp and the veteran guys that kind of took you under their wing and kind of worked with you?
Didi Gregorius, Pete Cosma, who else? Aaron Judge. He was here. He's a very good player, and just everyone in the clubhouse you can really ask anything, and it wasn't really a big deal.
The captain didn't show up at all and hang out with you guys?
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tom.
Good luck.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good seeing you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I was
Stay
gonna,
healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to continue with a couple things for obviously I came in a little bit later, so in case any of these questions were asked before, I apologize. But so once again, played spring training this year with the big league club, played more games. How was this experience this year different from last year, and what did you feel you were better at this year, and where did you see the most improvement?
Just being more mature. I went to the fall league. I learned a lot from guys around there, just being in the big leagues. Just kind of molding my game around that and just picking brains, and then coming to big league camp, just like I said, just really learning to be a student of the game and kind of understanding things more. And it's going to be a fun year, especially because I feel like I matured a little bit more. I figured out myself, my swing. It's going to be awesome.
So a lot of it you would say is more mental than physical, really?
Yeah.
You got a lot of speed already that suits this.
I know I can play the game.
Well.
It's just growing a little bit more on the mental side, and it just comes from experience and being on the field.
And maybe this was asked before, but the comfort level in knowing that you've had the experience here, does that give you a lot more confidence, I guess, going in, or a little bit more comfort, or make you feel at ease going into these first few games starting up shortly?
Yeah, I feel like I just got my feet wet last year,
Right.
and I'm very eager to get on the field right now. I'm sure there's going to be a little butterflies. It's the first game, but it's going to be fun, and we have a really good team, and it's going to be a good year.
What's going to be like playing with Dustin? He's got a lot of speed as well, and you two, I believe, played together a little bit in Tampa as well, right?
Yeah, we did. We played a little bit together in Tampa and in big league camp, and we mesh off each other. We feed together. We feed off each other. We both top of lineup guys. It's going to be very interesting.
Fun.
Yeah.
Going into by the end of the season, obviously a long way away, but what do you want to see out of yourself, just mentally and physically, in the development of your game?
Be consistent. That's the name of the game. Is just being consistent.
Is it one of those things where if you don't advance a level, is it going to be like a little bit rattling, or do you feel like a full season here is going to be like?
I'm just going to control what I can control.
Right.
Just play the best I can, and whatever happens, happens.